Generative AI tools seem almost magical, but it's time to break down how this technology actually works. Instead of throwing tech terms at you, let's talk about planning a road trip from New York to Los Angeles. It's a pretty intimidating task. There are so many possible routes and stops to consider. So we're going to ask ChatGPT to create an itinerary. Within seconds, it'll give us a fantastic, detailed plan with routes, recommended hotels, and tourist stops all along the way. But ChatGPT isn't a travel agent. It doesn't have a team of travel experts hiding behind the scenes. So how did it do it? First, data was collected. ChatGPT has absorbed text from millions of websites, books, and articles, basically a huge chunk of written human knowledge. This information is the foundation for the AI model, which is really just a complex mathematical representation of language patterns. Some of that knowledge relates directly to travel. It has read countless travel blogs, guidebooks, and forum posts about road trips across America. And that's the information it used to plan the road trip. Next comes training. This is when AI learns to predict what information typically follows certain questions or statements. It does this by analyzing billions of text examples. For the road trip, the model had already learned that when people discuss traveling from New York to LA, they often mention iconic Route 66 stops, daily driving distances, and attractions like Mount Rushmore. The AI recognizes these patterns automatically. Now you know where the suggestions came from, but how did it happen so fast? The AI model breaks language down into manageable chunks called tokens. Imagine AI as someone who learned to read by memorizing not just individual letters, but common combinations of letters and words. Some tokens are single letters, while others are whole words, and some are parts of words or punctuation. When ChatGPT processed this request, it used tokens for common word combinations like road trip, tourist attraction, New York, and Los Angeles. And it also knew from its training which other pieces, like Route 66 or Grand Canyon, typically connect to them to form a coherent response. The AI model did data collection, training, and creating tokens, were all steps that happened before we started thinking about the road trip. When sitting down at the computer asking ChatGPT for help with the itinerary, the command we typed to ChatGPT is called a prompt. When AI receives a prompt, it identifies tokens in the prompt and relates them to patterns it encountered during training. Our prompt about New York to LA road trip was identified by the AI as a travel query. Finally, the AI generates responses that follow the patterns it learned from training. It predicts the next most likely token, meaning of a word or phrase, to build a full response. For the trip, the AI created a day-by-day plan with stops at famous landmarks and suggestions for interesting detours. This was generated in a matter of seconds and was completely unique to our specific request. And that's it. That's how generative AI models like ChatGPT can create something as complex as a cross-country road trip itinerary without actually being a travel expert. It's not magic. It's just really, really good pattern recognition based on massive amounts of data.